Welcome to CBG. Come a little closer, let's have a look at what we've got here today. If you read that, it's fairly self-evident. We've got a Norvin, essentially Norton frame, Norton wide line frame, Vincent engine, hence the name Norvin. This belongs to a gentleman by the name of Ted Kane, and we're in Loxley on the outskirts of Sheffield, nudging the Lancashire border, I think, up towards Manchester way a bit. Now come a little bit closer again, Mr. Pete, and let me tell you what we've got here. Wide line frame, as emphasised by the straight bit here as opposed to the slim lines loop. This is a 1955 frame. It was built essentially by David Aylwood's company, Aylwood Motorcycle Restorations, or whatever that might stand for. Specification wise, it's got a bowed swinging arm to be able to get the big fat Michelin Macadam big fat back tyre in it, but there's no down tubes, as you can see. Now that allows the engine to be mounted slightly lower than the normal featherbed frame, and it's also a tight squeeze, of course, with the front down tubes in. Now it's essentially a Rapide. It's a 1955 engine, essentially a Rapide, not too breathed on, not too hot excuse me, but it's got what we might call a special crank in it, which is beefed up, and one or two trick bits. Now there you can see the Alton 12 volt alternator, so I say we're on 12 volts. Now I don't think you'll see until we flip the bike over a little bit later on, but underneath there is an electric starter, which makes life a lot easier than swinging on the kickstart, which you'll notice is missing. So there's no kickstart, so that makes life a lot easier for your old right knee. The gearbox, whilst it looks quite standard and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 there, it's actually a 5-speed Surtees box. 5-speed, all trick stuff. So what we've got the Alton alternator, the 5-speed box, we've got the starter motor there. The ignition was, when Ted bought it, it was on points originally, but having got water in him and various other things whilst he's been tearing about the place, he decided to go for one of Patrick Godey's electronic jobs, which has made life a lot easier, and it starts well, I'm told, and runs even better. Now as we move across to the front, standard road odor forks, as is expected on a featherbed frame. That's a genuine Manx twin leading shoe front brake in Morad alloy rims, as can be seen there. Tasty usual stuff. Have a look up here, Peter. I'll just nip round the other side here. Across here, look, we've got the archetypal beautifully prepared alloy top yoke, clip-on bars, the big 6-inch, I think it's 6-inch, 5-inch, 6-inch, whatever the standard Vincent clock is. Very, very nice, straight in your face as it should be, and a little chronometric rev counter to suit. Now then, let's have a walk round here, Peter. Walk round the back. If you have a close look down there, you can see the shape of that swinging arm now. Just let you have a look at that. There you see. The shock absorbers at the back are quite long. 14.5 inches long they are. 14.5 inches. Nice touch snail cams to drive the to keep the back wheel in alignment. Concentric carburetors, as expected. There's the business end of the Alton alternator. The clutch is a Vincent Owners Club item apparently, which is well, it's beefed up as per Vincent experience, and I don't think there's much more to tell you now. We'll just stand back and let you have a close look, and then in a few seconds we'll see what it sounds like and fire it up. See you in a minute. Welcome back. Now this is one Ted Kane, as mentioned earlier, the owner of this wonderful piece of kit, and he's just explained to me the starting procedure. So come a little closer, Peter. With this electric start, you have to ensure that you're in neutral at all times, because if you start it up in gear and it kicks back or does something like could damage the starter mechanism. 2 taps under here, bit stiff, but these taps usually are. Both taps on. Flood up the carburetors like that, both of them, and then with a bit of luck, if you turn the key, she should go. Now listen to this, fingers crossed.